837, Big 550 KTRS, 78 degrees. Cat Neville and Feast Magazine sponsored by Jimmy's on the Park, 706 DeMond Avenue in Clayton. Call them at 725-8585 or their website, jimmyscafe.com. Jimmy's now has live entertainment with Paul Flo. Paul loves us. Paul Flo said one person got that. Paul Flo, Saturday evening, 7 to 10 on the Big 550 KTRS.
What? I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
My man Otis. Otis loves us. I know Otis, my man Otis.
Oh, from
Animal House.
Animal House.
Animal House. Paul Flo loves us.
I get it.
Give me a little love around here.
Took a little while. That was kind of
You can always just pretend that you get it.
When you're explaining a joke, that's never good. That is never good. All right.
Yes.
Cat Neville, good morning this morning.
Good morning. That's more of a cultural reference than a joke. Don't you think?
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, now we're going to analyze my cultural reference. All right. I was using a cultural reference as a joke.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Correct. Yes.
All right.
To elicit,
yes.
laughter.
Yes. Thank you. So next Saturday, you're not coming to the studio. You're coming to our new studio.
What? Where are you going to be?
We're going to be in Brentwood.
Don't you mean Wednesday?
Next Wednesday. Yeah, what did I say?
You said Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know what day it is. Whatever you're on next.
Whatever today is,
Whatever
that's
today
today.
is, 7 days from now, you'll be at our new studios.
Congratulations.
We'll be there Friday. It's our first day.
Yay. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to tell you how to get in because it's special security and all that.
Yeah, you need a special handshake and everything.
I love that.
Exactly. Yes. All right, Cat Neville, get to it. What's going on this week?
Okay, so I have a new restaurant, and then I also have a new concept for a dinner series. So
right.
I'm going to start with the dinner series first. It's called Unsung Heroes, and it's really a lot of fun. The idea is that the sous chefs from St. Louis's best restaurants, these are guys that kind of work behind the chefs that we all know their names. So the guys that are like in the front, Kevin Nashin,
Mm-hmm.
Josh, all these guys,
Right.
Josh Galliano, all these guys. So what these guys have done, the sous chefs, is they've put together this dinner series. The first one was held at Cello at the Four Seasons. This last one, which was just a couple of nights ago, was held at Juniper, and the next one's going to be at the Libertine. And so all these guys are getting together and putting their heads and their hearts toward making a 5-course meal, and they're collaborating on each course. And so everything is very seasonal. So the night started out at Juniper up on they have this kind of nice rooftop deck, and there was a series of appetizers that were made by Josh Charles from Elia and Olio. So there was like egg salad stuffed gougere and
Sounds really good, even though I don't know what that is.
A gougere is essentially like puff pastry.
Oh, okay.
That
A gougere.
Yes, gougere. When it cooks, it becomes very airy and almost hollow, so you can stuff it, and you can make it either sweet or savory. So he stuffed it with egg salad, and then so the dinner started off with course that was by Josh Paletti and Chris Trione. So Josh Paletti's from the Libertine, Chris is from Quincy Street, and they made this absolutely gorgeous composed salad using ingredients from such and such farms. Some of the items were pickled, some were just beautiful raw veggies. Then there was sweet corn soup. There was corn soup 2 ways, and that was by Jeff from Farmhouse and Andrew from Truffles. And then there was a beet salad by Shimon from Cello and Alex from Brasserie. And then there was this gorgeous game hen kind of roulade by Tom and Ryan, both from Juniper. And then it finished up with a peach buckle from Summer Wright from Claverack and Juniper, and then Margie from Basso and Cheshire. And the idea, this is once you've had this menu, it's not going to be redone. So I don't want to get too far into the weeds of the details of the of each one of the dishes, but the idea is that these are the folks that really are doing quite a bit of the execution of your meal every night when you go to places like the Libertine, like Elia and Olio, but you don't know their names. You don't necessarily, have a chance to shine.
It's the assistant coach. It's the pitching coach.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, and these are a lot of
the
the guys.
good woman behind the man, or the good man behind the woman.
I'm going to pretend that you just did not say that.
You know what I meant.
I know what you meant.
I said the good woman behind the good man behind the woman.
Oh, okay.
I reversed it.
You did switch it.
I did switch it. All right.
But
I was falling through the ice, but I grabbed onto a lifeboat.
What was so wonderful about this dinner is that, and I'll upload a bunch of pictures later, is that the that everything was absolutely gorgeous, and the way that each of these sous chefs collaborated to, to essentially put a spotlight on their talent and the work that they are capable of doing, and they get to have their names out there associated with it.
Right.
Because these are really the people that 5 years from now, 6 years from now, they're going to be the guys and gals that are opening the restaurants, that are going to be on the covers of magazines that we're really going to know. So this is why this dinner series is so exciting and so important.
Well, it's so great because the current owners and chefs are getting out of the way and letting their staff shine, if you will.
And if you were to ask any of them, they would say, you need to know who Josh Paletti is. Josh Galliano would say, when you come to the Libertine, you need to know Josh Paletti because he is doing amazing work, and all of the guys behind each one of these restaurants.
So how many are in this series? When's
it's
the next
kind of
one?
an ongoing series. The next one is going to be at the Libertine. It is the first week of November, the first Sunday in November. And so if you, I'll email you guys some more information, but it's just kind of an ongoing thing. Whenever they have a chance to kind of put it together, they're going to do it. But it's a neat thing to see these guys.
Right. So basically, keep your eyes and ears open because it's
keep your
sort
eyes
of
and
like
ears open.
It's like a rave. It doesn't happen all the time, and it's going to be great when it happens.
Yes, absolutely.
A rave. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Well, I'm kind of hip.
He's dating himself.
They have raves today.
They still
do?
have raves?
I don't know.
At your house.
Yeah, my house till 6 o'clock, and then I fall asleep. All right, what else you got over there?
Okay, so and the Peacemaker Lobster and Crab Company has opened. It has been touted as one of the country's most anticipated restaurants by national media. Kevin Nashin, chef owner of Sydney Street, is behind this. He is just one of the most beloved and one of the best chefs in St. Louis. Obviously, Sydney Street Cafe is so well known, and he was up for, he was a finalist for James Beard Best Chef Midwest this past year. So I think it was just last week, Peacemaker opened up, and it is meant to be just a casual place where you can go and dig into seafood that is inspired by the Northeast as well as kind of Louisiana. So
What's it called?
The Peacemaker.
The Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, in St. Louis
I think
really
everybody should
needs
go.
a place like this.
Yes.
Andrew was saying that. And what did you say, McGraw?
What a great time to open up a restaurant called The Peacemaker in St. Louis.
Well, we need a little peace and
All right,
understanding.
then we're going to The
Yes.
Peacemaker and figure this all out.
Yeah.
All right, so where is it?
It is at 1831 Sydney Street, so kind of right down the street from Sydney Street Cafe. And I went in, and they had a wait because it is just, everybody's so excited about this. So I walked myself down to Sydney Street, sat at the bar, had a glass of champagne, and then I put my name in, my phone number, so they just texted me whenever my table was ready. So I walked myself right back down the street and sat and had a lovely meal. And so when you think of this, think of poor boys, think of lobster rolls. You're thinking blue crab boils and steamers and all different kinds of just really great classic seafood dishes that are not overly fancy. They're not overdone. It really is just approachable, casual food, and the atmosphere is so fun. It's the old niche space.
I was going to ask you. It had to have been because it's right on Sydney and right down the street.
Exactly.
So it's a little
perfect for him,
closer to the
too.
brewery.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's right by the overpass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they've so in the old niche space, what they've done is they've taken down the wall between, and so it's wide open. The ceiling is covered in wood, and it just feels very homey and warm. There's a big bar that you can sit at, and it's a raw bar, so you can get oysters and crudo, and great wine list. And it's just and the kitchen is open, so you can see all the guys kind of in there working and looking at the different tickets and going through. So
Do they have baked clams?
not baked. No, they have
Outrageous.
steamed
They
clams.
discriminate against baked clams.
I love clams in general.
I love baked
I do
clams.
too. I
do
Baked
too.
clams I can eat all day long.
Yeah, delicious stuff.
All right, what's going on with FeastCom?
Tomorrow is the Feast 50 Fete.
Woo-hoo.
So please join us. I know,
I
Kelly, you're coming.
RSVP'd already.
Are you coming?
Tomorrow?
Yes.
I talked to you about this last week.
Yes, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Yes. Where it's at the World's Fair Pavilion.
It's at the World's Fair Pavilion. And so if you go on to feastmagazine.com, you can purchase tickets. You can even just come purchase tickets at the door if you want. It's going to be live music with Miss Jubilee and the Humdingers. Barbecue. We're going to have ribs and pulled pork, tons and tons of wine and beer, like beer from Four Hands and Urban Chestnut, 3 different kinds of cocktails from Spirits of St. Louis. And, like carrot cake and all kinds of sweets from Russell's and Butler's Pantry. Green Bean Delivery is doing a bunch of like veggies, and Juniper is doing appetizers. Tons of great stuff. Yeah. So come.
4 to 8?
6 to 10.
6 to 10.
When are you going to get there, McGraw?
6 to 10 on Tuesday.
He'll be there at 4.
Yeah.
I'll be ready. Where's everybody? All right. Feastmagazine.com.
And you can now subscribe.
Subscribe. How do you subscribe?
You can either, I don't have Bethany's phone number off the top of my head, but you can, if you go to feastmagazine.com, there is a link. It's very easy to get to.
You got it. Kat Neville with feastmagazine.com. On your way out, say hi to Leah Weber, the newest great baker from St. Louis.
I know, isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
I'm so excited for her.
You'll be passing her in the hallway.
Oh, fantastic!
So she'll be. She's
and
in the green room.
Handel's, the restaurant that she obviously is part of, is fantastic. It's right there in Florissant, and if you've never been, you have got to go. It's a lovely, lovely spot.
It's a great spot. They also have a great patio too.
They do.
Yeah,
they
great
do.
patio. All right, good. Kat, now we'll be safe.
Thank you.
Bertarelli Cutlery has been keeping St. Louis sharp since 1967. Bertarelli is your one-stop shop for knife and tool sharpening, along with all of their kitchen supplies. Visit them at 1927 Marconi on the Hill or at bertarellicutlery.com.